a good cup of coffee and a donut on us.
We just need 4 more then,
Yeah, but
so
it's
if we
okay.
see them come in.
Yeah, no problem. If we see them come in, we can start voting or whatever. So I'm sorry, I apologize. Part of the reason we probably don't have a quorum today is we do have a class, and it was an outside instructor that had agreed to this calendar, so we did not move their function, and it's a little bit more difficult to move our functions, so that's what we have today. So, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We will skip the approval of the minutes from the October general meeting. I'm going to have Shar give the treasurer's report, but we will not take an official action on it. So, Shar, you're on, please.
The checking account balance at the end of October is $14,855. Equipment savings, $39,213. Operating savings, $22,503, with a total of the bank accounts of $76,571. We still have the same inventory amount of the items at the monitor station, and that's $10,654, giving us total assets of $87,225. And our income, the monitor sales is the biggest income, but then it's also offset by expenses. The monitor sales for October were $32,085, and that's really a wash. Right? That's it. Any questions?
Any question for Shar? Thank you, Shar. We'll go to the committee reports. I don't see anybody here from membership, so I don't think there's a membership report. The education department is working next door, which is good. We've had a lot of new classes this year. I think we're way over 80 or 85 people, which is really super. Given that, the first 3 months of the year, we probably didn't do very many at all. So they've been really running the classes through. Would you please tell me how many people are on that list now? Oh, there we go. Betty, tell me how many people are on that list, please.
You're one short of one.
What's that?
What number are you when you sign in?
I am number 36.
Well, we're close.
You
We're
win the
getting there.
grand prize, you get cruise.
Thank you. We're short on quorum today, Betty. I'm sorry. You kind of walked into that one. Okay, so we don't have any other report from the education. For procurement, is Mary Ann here? No. Social, I know Gretchen has a report. Gretchen, you want to come up here to the mark on the floor, and I'm going to give you the microphone, please.
So are we going to discuss the price? Okay. Okay, we're satisfied. Okay, we have a really, about to touch something?
No, just talking to her.
We had a very successful Oktoberfest. We had 121 signed up, and based on the fact that I couldn't find enough chairs, I think we had a few more, but I didn't take a head count because it was so crowded. Next social hour that we're going to have, happy hour, will be at the Coots Courtyard. Tons of room there, and it'll work out very well. We'll have a new social committee then, so please remember that we need people for the social committee next year, so anyone interested, see the next year's officers. Debbie. See Debbie Wentz and Gora. Okay, so we have the holiday party coming up on December 5th. The happy hour will be from 5 to 6, dinner at 6. We are having, do you guys want to know what we're having, or do you care? Okay, we're having lasagna, chicken provençal, tossed green salad, potatoes, green beans, almondine, garlic breadsticks, and many desserts, and coffee will be provided. All other items need to be, it's bring your own bottle and beverage, so if you need sodas or juices or whatever you prefer, you're going to need to bring that. We will provide the water and the coffee. The price per person looks to be around $28, and there's some issues with tax that Margie will talk about if you have questions. I'm not going to address that, but what we're going to do is charge $28 per couple and $14 per single. And that's it. That's how it's gonna work out. No money comes back, correct? Okay. We've that's gone back and forth a few times, so I just wanna make sure I have it all correct. So 28 per couple, $14 per single member. So that's it. We're gonna have music and prizes, lots of prizes. We're gonna try to get as many prizes in there as we can. So, and I'm sure we'll come up with some other fun entertainment items because that's what we like to do. Right, Penny? We like to do weird stuff, so. Oh, I bet Betty's here as well. So that's it, and,
Do we have a DJ?
oh, a DJ, Court, Curdy?
Yeah,
Court.
something like that.
So, yeah, Arizona, whatever. So you can dance or something like that. Anyway, we have that, and you'll be able to make requests for music that you want. And let's see, what else? Any questions? Oh, the sign-up sheets will go out probably tomorrow or Monday. And we'll have about a 2-week window, and I have to have it, a sign off about a week before. So please get that signed up as soon as you can, so. And we'll put out an email when it's, the sign-up sheets go out, so, yes. Got a question? Oh, Laura did.
Yeah, where's it gonna be again?
Oh, I'm sorry, Palm Ridge. I didn't say that, did I? Palm Ridge, where we've had them every year. It's just a very nice facility. And inside, it's a banquet type situation. They are going to do the serving. We're not gonna dish up our own food, so they'll dish up your things on your plate. You'll pick up your plate and they'll put everything on your plate, so it'll be a little safer, but that's about the best we can do. So, any other questions? Okay, I'm done.
Thank you very much, Gretchen, and your committee. Let me take a step back here. If those of you that have had the opportunity to look at the board video from last week, during that board meeting, there was a discussion regarding how we were going to pay for this meal and moving forward. Trying to satisfy the tax issues we have with not collecting outside funds and trying to do a lot of different things. I mentioned, well, maybe we ought to just make it free. Well, that sounded good at the time, and we put a cap on it of $4,500. But then we got to thinking about it. You know, you always have buyer's remorse when you buy that brand new shiny Cadillac. I had buyer's remorse big time. And I talked to the board, and I said, you know what? First of all, this is probably not a fantastic use of the club's funds. We have a lot of things that we could do with $4,500 to $5,000 in other ways, and that would be twice what the cost normally is. So, and also the other issue is, I know that in this community, God love us all, but if you give me a free meal, I'm showing up. So, if we got to the point where we made the max, which we had agreed to pay, who are we going to turn away? So I'm walking that back as the president of the board and saying there won't be a free meal this year. And we've come up with, having dealt with the rec center, we've come up with a way that we think we can financially handle this and still be within the tax code that we're dealing with as we close out this year. And that is to charge for, because it's always been like a buy one, get one free, if you remember. Kind of like down at Fry's, when you do a buy one, get one free. You buy one dinner and you get the other one free. You pay for two and we give back the money or the check. Well, rather than do all that, we will take checks from our members for a couple at $28, and from the individual member that's not bringing a guest, it will be $14. And we think that's well within what we can do. So that's kind of where we are. If you have any questions or comments on that, I take them now, or you can send me a note. It's fine. But that's what we've decided to do. Does that sound like it's appropriate? It's really the same thing we've done before. It was, you know, you pay for 2 meals, you get 1 money back. But because we have to take money from our members and not outside members at this time, this seems like the best way to handle it. So thank you for your patience and thanks for accepting my apologies. So with that, we'll go on. Is Teresa here today for the Kilns? No. No. How about, Linda, do you have anything from Glazing you want to talk about? If you do, please come up to the X. Oh. Nobody wants to come to the X. Okay. Laura, I think you've got something for us today.
Just stand on the X.
I'm glad you put an X for us to stand on. Do I win a prize?
It's only for the camera's benefit.
Thanks a lot. Can you guys,
Yeah, it's on.
it's on, I can't hear it up here. The rec center has commissioned us to build 3 totems for the Kuntz courtyard. They are gonna pay for it. They are commissioning us to do it. So I had talked to the board a couple months ago, and we're gonna do it. And we're gonna do it like we did the totems outside. I am having a meeting in the court, down here at the park at noon on Saturday. If you'd like to come, we're just gonna talk about general things. If you can't make it, I have a tablet over there. I'd like your name and your email address if you would like to help, so we can notify you. I plan to have a couple of workshops, so you can come and work. We'll have people there to help you if you're not comfortable with making a critter or a plant. They want an Arizona theme, which, when you think about Arizona, it covers a lot of different ecosystems. So we can build anything we want. So please come and join us. We had a good time building the one outside, and come have fun. Thank you, yes.
When are these supposed to be finished?
When we get done with them.
Okay. So no timeline.
I talked to Linda this summer, and I had told her I'm not planning on starting this project until November.
Okay.
Waiting for our winter people to get back, so everybody can participate. Does anybody here participate in the other totems? Do you remember how long it took us?
Well, it seems like a month or more, a little more.
A month for everybody to write, and yeah,
Fire.
I think it 2.5, 3 months, so.
Yeah.
To put it all up, so, yeah, so come and join us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Barb Black, you have a report.
The only thing I have to report on is that I have ordered new firing stickers, and they're waiting on the paper with the little stickers on it before they can print them out, so if we don't get them in time, we're running a little low on the green ones, so I may have to color in the orange ones, don't be offended. I'm gonna put a green stripe through it, and those will be the green firing stickers. I don't know what else to do, but anyway, hopefully they'll get them done in time.
Gretchen?
Do you throw away the old ones? Because you could reuse them if you don't.
Throw away the old ones.
Well, I
They
think
use
they're
stickers?
stuck on slips, and
Yeah,
you
they're
have to peel them off.
I think they do throw them away.
Okay, they get thrown away. I
I'm
just
not
wondered.
sure. We'll check on that, though, as another idea.
I have a thought. If you talk to me, I'll help you and see if it might work out for you.
I'm pretty sure we have enough.
Okay.
I know we have plenty of orange, but I'm pretty sure we have enough of the green. If people don't panic like toilet paper and come by. It's not gonna help you folks. So I think they're really trying. The young man I worked with, we had to get a new company. And the young man I worked with was so polite and helpful, and he's contacted me again saying, you know, how sorry they are that they were both done. So I know they're trying, it's not just set aside, so.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I will get with you.
Okay, Janet Smith, you have a report?
Yes, I'm still working through the list of members who have a locker and have not met the requirements. It's getting smaller, but it's still a couple pages. I'll be sending out fresh emails here pretty soon to remind people of their responsibilities for their membership. I would really appreciate it if people didn't get snarky when they emailed me back, but it's just Clay Club, guys. Get a grip. You know what you need to do. Don't get nasty about it. So that's been the most upsetting part of all this. But I've been giving out a lot of exemptions, so at least if they try, I'm looking to let some of it slide, but we'll see. If you get snarky with me, it's not gonna slide. Sorry. Yeah, and we have lots of openings for monitors now that we've opened up 2 slots apiece each time, so that's not the problem.
No, they're not signing up. We haven't had 2 monitors, but maybe twice.
I've gone through and I looked at November and December as far as to see the people on the list, and quite a few have got their times in or scheduled, so, but there's still quite
There's
a few
still
that don't.
opportunity if they
Yeah.
don't, yeah.
Thank you, Janet. And we're gonna be looking at those, we did put those second monitoring slots out. I think we may be giving some other jobs to that second person, because we thought the second person was gonna be spending a lot of time at the check-in station, but it's actually working out very well, which we'll cover at the end of this meeting. But we'll give you some other jobs. We got some tables that need to be wiped, some cabinets that need to be wiped, but we do need those 2 monitors through the end of the year. And it's an opportunity for everybody to make up their missing spots, so thank you. Under unfinished business, on the tax status, we have quite a bit of information now from our tax attorney. We're gathering other information so that what I'm encouraging that this club do is we work with the 2021 board and the 2022 board collectively together. And with some of the information we've gotten, and we'll be making a decision how the club will deal with this whole tax issue, because there's several ways we can go, but we need to do the right thing for the club. And I think it's very important that that decision is not made by one board, but by 2. This board would be making decisions that the 2022 board would have to live with and execute, but yet we're the board that's responsible for the 2021 taxes. So I think we need to make it as a group. So as we get more information, we've got Rob Upton, he's volunteered to go through some of the paperwork we've collected and give us his expertise. And we'll have some other people looking at that so that we know what the obligation is regardless which way we go. So that's kind of where we are right now. More to come later, I promise. And we really do not have to have this satisfied by December 31st. We will have to have it satisfied by the end of January, however, so this won't stretch out too far, I hope. Memorials. I reached out to the rec center regarding the memorials on Candace Glassmeyer, and their response to me was we should move the funds that we have into any account we wanted to at this point. And the difference, I think, there was some discussion earlier this year about some new RRMP guidelines and whatnot, and most of those deal with very large amounts or like naming rights for one of the baseball fields or the pickleball courts or something like that. So we're actually, to us, it's a very large amount, but to some clubs, it's a very small amount. So that was what their suggestion was. The board did vote at the last meeting to move this to the equipment account, and that will be done during the month of November, since that was made in the November board meeting. Anybody have any questions? Great, thank you. I skipped part of our agenda, I'm sorry. The electronic vote, there's a ballot on the table for you all to see, so you're not surprised. The instructions will be going out probably tomorrow. You will begin at 8 o'clock Monday morning on the 15th. The ballot which should be in your mailbox. If you're a Gmail holder, look in your promotions, because that's where a lot of the ballot on the last vote went. It dumped into their email, their promotions account, and people would call and say they didn't get it, and then when we would send them another link, then they'd say, oh, we found it. Oh. So anyway, and we will be reminding people if it's Gmail, if they're a Gmail account, to look in the promotions. This will be coming from the rec center, but it's through SurveyMonkey, excuse me. And so it gets a little bit hairy when it gets to your mailbox, but we're working very hard to make sure everybody gets it. Kathleen Bailey and myself will be working on that. So if you don't get a ballot, let me know and we'll handle it as fast as we can. You have until 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon, the 19th, to make your vote. And we're hoping that maybe by the end of the day on the 19th, we'll have the final tally on everything. And it shouldn't be a tough one. So thank you very much. Any questions on that? The kiln and glazing policy, we're still working on that. We've had some additions to it and some additional suggestions. If anybody has any, we're taking them all and trying to make sure that we have this policy done and published to the membership 2 weeks prior to the December board meeting so that we can vote on these and move forward from this board. And I don't have any COVID updates because we have no cases right now. Thank you very much. But we'll remind you that if you happen to get COVID, you need to let us know. We need to share that information, and we'll give as much information out as the member allows us to give so that we can tell when they were in the club and approximately that kind of thing, so you know how to react for yourself personally, but we cannot ask for that information from our members. Anything else from the board?
If you're interested in being a lead monitor, please let me know. I will need them for next year, or Debbie should need them for next year. So if you want to update your information or you're interested in helping out, that would be great. Thank you.
One last general comment I have. You've seen the 2 monitors on the monitor station. We've already embarked on our test system. For right now, the large monitor is our system, the way we've always done it, and it's important that we continue to use that because the data that the rec center is capturing right now is just a test, and they're not going to even keep that data after the end of the year. But we want you to use both of the check-in systems for the balance of the year to get in practice. The reason our system is so important is that's where the monitors will double click in on the card reader, and then of course the membership, if they click there, then we get the count towards your 24 visits for the year. So that's important to a lot of people, particularly as they return this fall if they're a little bit short on Janet's list. The rec center monitor is the one on the left, very nice. Put your card in there and your face comes up. And it's like, woohoo!
Is that nice or not?
But one of the things, it depends on your picture. The important part about that is your face won't go away until you have clicked on the Clay Club, or somebody hits cancel. And if cancel is hit, then you've not registered in their system. So we just ask you to work with that both ways. And if you have any questions, we'll be working with you. We assigned 2 monitors so that one monitor could be showing people how this works, and the other one could be making sales and that kind of thing, taking care of our other members. As you can tell, we've flipped the monitor station, and we have also flipped the entrance. The entrance is now right out across the hall here. We have a big sign there. We've requested that they move the handicap button to there, but I'm not sure how soon that's going to happen. We hope soon, because it's much easier to enter. We're leaving both doors open this week, but come Monday, the old entrance door, which is now the exit door, will be locked, so you won't be able to enter it. So just give us a break, and we'll work this through, and I think it'll be good that we have that new entrance there. It'll be easier and everything. The other thing I would remind you is that middle door is being operated by the key that we've always used to get into the club. But you have to lock the door again when you leave at night. So if you're a monitor, please check and make sure the doors are locked when you leave, and then return the key to the rec center office. Any questions? Okay, this is a speed meeting. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just monitoring today.
I'm sorry.
I'm monitoring today, and actually I had a lady who said she had a walker.
Yeah.
I can talk loud enough. And she was hoping that she can still come in that door because she has to push the button with her walker.
Okay. Is she here? I mean, is she here already and she's been in or not? Maybe not.
Yeah,
I mean, we are leaving it open today. Maybe we need to think about leaving it open until they move the button.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that.
Yeah, we can do that. That's not a big deal. Tend not to think about those things, and my apologies. Anything else? Okay.
No, I have,
Oh, yes.
I just wanna thank you and the board for all the work you've done this year, and, We appreciate it. It's been a tough year, and I just want to thank you all for doing that.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much. Does anybody else on the board have anything? Okay, this is our last general meeting for this year. We'll have a board meeting in December, and that will be a joint session with both boards so that we can make decisions for the club that need to be enacted come January 1st. So, thank you very much. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Debbie made a motion and Daphne seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same. We finally got a quorum, so we can adjourn. Good.